in the wake of Manchester United's Europa League loss to Tottenham Hotspur, and congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur, by the way, 17 years. Wow. You guys have waited a long time, but less about Tottenham Hotspur, more about Manchester United. I've heard a few murmurs of Ruben Amorim being sacked, but for me, that's not the answer. Like, think about Manchester United. That club is rotten to the core. And this started 20 years ago when the club were taken over by the Glazers. That's where the problem started. And what Sir Alex Ferguson did, he did a great job in keeping them competitive. Well, back then, it was just the expected thing for Manchester United to be competitive all the time. But looking back at it now, it could be said that United fans took that for granted, especially where they are now. Like, I mean, going back to the Glazers, they were taking money out of the club. Like, Manchester United, they were not spending like 50, 60 million odd on players, no. Like, even in Alex Ferguson's final season, they spent 20 million on Robin Van Persie. 20 million on a player like Van Persie. In today's money, that would be like quadruple, quintuple that. Like, thinking about what's going on at Manchester United, though, it is not good. I mean, to say it's not good is just being kind. It's absolutely atrocious. That's the word I'm going to use. It is atrocious what's going on at Manchester United. Like, there are just so many things. Like, I mentioned Ruben Amorim earlier, but for me, sacking a manager, it's not the answer. Like, Manchester United aren't Chelsea. You just sack the manager whenever things are going wrong. Although they did do that the season after Sir Alex Ferguson left. But, well, they've been doing that after Sir Alex Ferguson left, and since David Moyes came in and went. It's become a revolving door at Old Trafford in terms of managers. But sacking the manager, as I keep saying, it's not the answer because, I mean, imagine if Manchester United went and got Carlo Ancelotti, or if they got, I don't know, Pep Guardiola for some reason, or they got X great manager, like, I don't know, Jurgen Klopp. I don't know why. Look, it's too close. I don't know why Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp have come into this conversation, but those kind of caliber managers, like, you can't get them into Manchester United and expect them to work wonders because it's not going to work. Like, you could put Carlo Ancelotti in charge at Manchester United and he still wouldn't work. That just goes to show you how bad it is at Manchester United. Like, even Jose Mourinho, he couldn't win in terms of a title at United. I mean, he did win the League Cup and Europa League in his first season in charge, but in terms of a title, he just couldn't do that. Like, United fans, what do you need to get back on top? Because the way I see it, you guys are not going to be top for a while. You guys need to experience life in the wilderness for a while. Like, I think looking at Manchester United, they really do need to go back to basics. I mean, look what Liverpool did during the Klopp era and the pre Brendan Rodgers era. This was between 2010 and 2012, where Liverpool didn't experience Champions League football. I mean, even Arsenal, they didn't experience. They went through like a few seasons without experiencing Champions League football, and that's been good for them because now look, they are consistently challenging. I mean, okay, that they didn't win the league in any of the seasons they challenged, but that's the consistency they need. I think for Manchester United, they need to go back to basics, see what's going wrong, and then you'll start seeing them being good again. But at this present moment in time, I don't see them challenging for anything anytime soon. Like, forget forget the team or the manager or whatever. When Manchester United need to focus on is the structure of the club as a whole. I mean, I don't know what's going on at Manchester United, but something's rotten at Denmark. There needs to be a complete overhaul of the club culture. Because I believe ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left the club, there has been no culture at Manchester United. Now, United fans, what are your thoughts on what's going on at the club? And looking at your club, I thought that finishing 7th in 2014 was a new low, but boy am I wrong. To finish just above the relegation zone for Manchester United, for such an institution to finish just above the relegation zone, that is disgraceful for a club such as Manchester United. You are Manchester United. Manchester United, 20-time league champions. Like, now I'm not a United fan, but what's going on at your club is just despicable, absolutely despicable. Not to quote Donald Duck, but yeah, did Donald Duck even say that? You know what? It is what it is. Let's move on. But United fans, what's going on at your club, and how can you see the club going back to the top? Because for me, growing up as a football fan, I've always known Manchester United to be challenging for titles and winning them most years. Like, that's the Manchester United I'm used to seeing. But this is a pile of dog rubbish. Yeah, I can't swear on YouTube because I'm going to get doxxed. So, yeah, but what's going on at your club, United fans? I'm opening this discussion to you guys because this needs to be said. Like, United needs some hard talks within the club, because for me, you've just lost your identity. You've lost your culture. Everything that stands. Yeah, everything that stands for Manchester United has just been lost. So, United fans, what are your thoughts on what's going on in the club, and how can you return to the top?